Hello, welcome back to our weekly witnessing tip. I'm Gina.
And I'm Mark, and welcome back. It's good to have you back.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are talking about our new website, witnessinlove.org.
Right.
Yeah, we're really excited about this. The reviews that we've been getting, the comments, emails. And so I thought I would ask you a few questions about the website. That might be the easiest way to explain
We will try this.
what people can expect when they go there.
Yes.
How does that sound?
Okay.
Okay, so we have a lot of different websites, as we've talked about.
Right.
Our Truth and Love Ministry website, tilm.org, is our kind of our flagship, or our main
Right.
site. How is witnessinlove.org different?
The idea behind witness.org is that we want it to become our educational platform, our equipping platform. We have our witnessing sites that are aimed, hopefully witness to the LDS. But now, if anybody wants to be equipped on how to witness, Witness in Love will be the place to go.
Okay, great. Yeah. So if I went there today, what would I expect to find?
What you will find there today is we have just a summary of our 5 pillars that we have often talked a lot about. We have some blogs on how to witness, but the main thing we have on there right now are our 2 video courses. The first one is called Plan of Salvation, and the second one is called Build Bridges, Not Barriers. Pretty original, right?
Yeah. Would you be willing to give a kind of a brief overview of each of those courses?
Okay, yeah, the first one, Plan of Salvation, is the Mormonism Plan of Salvation. And it is a briefer course. It's 5 brief videos. And we always have a worksheet along with them and so forth. But the intent of this is just to give an overview of what the LDS theology is, their beliefs, and not just theoretically, but we also try to say, how is this putting pressure on the individual Mormon? So each step of the way we kind of pause and say, so you see how this could stress out a Mormon.
Right.
So it will be a great introduction into Mormonism. I think we already got some people interested in using it in small groups or even with teens and so forth.
Yeah, that's a great idea. We had one person who she left a review saying that it was just so helpful to her as somebody who had left the church.
Oh, okay.
That she said she loved the way it painted those stress points, as you said, and that is so helpful to understand how Mormons think and believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's good feedback.
Yeah. So, and then the Build Bridges, Not Barriers? Build
Bridges, Not Barriers is a much more extensive course. It's actually 10 lessons. It's a video course too, and you will get a downloadable workbook and so forth. And again, could be good for individuals or small groups or what have you. But the whole point here is where we actually go through our 5 pillars, our witnessing approach, and go through it in quite depth. Now, when we did our first take on this about a year ago, the comments were, you got to make it longer. Originally it was only about 5 lessons, and we actually expanded it to 10 lessons because of a lot of the feedback we have received on it. But after taking that course, you would have a very good idea and foundation for how we are witnessing, and many practical tips on how to witness.
Who would you say would be the audience for these courses? Who should enroll in either of these?
Yeah, either one. I would say anybody, first of all, of course, if you want to witness to an LDS friend or family member, please, look at Build Bridges, Not Barriers and so forth. But I think anybody who wants to witness, because the tips that we share and our approach is so adaptable to any kind of witnessing situation. That's one thing. This course is somewhat like a seminar I've been teaching for like 20 years now. And so over the 20 years, we get so much feedback of how these principles have helped them in their normal witnessing. So we can say with great confidence that if you take this course, it will help you no matter who you are trying to witness to.
Yeah, and you mentioned groups before.
Right.
So this would be great for groups or individuals.
Groups or individuals. We do have discussion questions, scattered throughout each lesson, and those could be reflection questions you could do on your own too.
Right.
So we try to make it for many different formats in a sense.
Now, is this a fee-based course or is it free?
We decided, it was a question we talked about,
Yeah.
because sometimes if you put a little price on it, people say, oh, it must be worth something.
Right.
And sometimes if it's free, well, it's not worth it. But we decided to go free.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason we went free is, the only reason we were thinking about a fee is, would it be more attractive to people? But we don't want to have anybody not be, take the course. So it's totally free, and we just really encourage you to check it out.
Yeah, so we currently have the 2 video courses there. What's coming down the line?
What's coming down the line is, right now we're working, we have the website, pleaseopenthedoor.com, which is Witnessing to Mormon Missionaries. That is being totally revamped, and that will then be moved over to this equipping website, Witness in Love. And then a little bit further down the road, but hopefully yet this year, we will have a whole curriculum or something about witnessing to your friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors. Witnessing to LDS missionaries, we will say, is a low-risk relationship where you really, if they don't come back, you don't lose anything because you never had a big relationship with them. It's the friends and relatives, your family members, your close friends, we call high-risk relationships. And there's a little bit different technique we want to use when we're talking about in those high-risk relationships.
Yeah, but that will be so valuable.
Right,
once that's
yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's anything else that you wanted to add?
All I just want to encourage you to go, and really, we would love your feedback. I mean,
yes.
we do look at every ounce of feedback we get, and we take it seriously. So we would appreciate of course, we appreciate your positive comments, but even your suggestions and constructive criticism, we really appreciate that.
Yeah. So thanks for taking the time today. A little bit different take on our witnessing tip, but giving you a new resource for equipping you in your witness.
And one final thing, please, we don't have a huge marketing budget or anything, so please be our advocate and also, promote it out with your friends and family too.
Yeah, we're so thankful for all of you.
Yep.
Have a great week. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.